another episode of Ian.is.weird. So today I'm mostly going to talk about Halloween because Pride is right around the corner, and since I'm not working a booth there, I don't really have the same prep that I have for a lot of things. I finished Mel's top, which is probably the only thing that Mel's going to wear that is crocheted, and then I'm working on my top, which is coming real slow because the back is so much less interesting. It's like make a net. It's like, okay, well, this is actually really boring. So I'm not as intrigued as I am with the front, which just, doing more details and things like that. So for Pride, I'm just gonna do the rainbow mesh top. I posted something on Army of Weirdos about it was a video tutorial from Nastasia, and she did this. She called it like the wiggle pattern or something. But basically, she used like a net, and then she kind of made a design using half double crochets across like the net to create this kind of cool wiggly effect. Looked really cool. So I was like, well, what if with my top, if you've been keeping track with, what I've been doing, with my top, my brain is like, nah, fuck you. So I've been making a net, and then I've been filling in some spaces according to a pattern that I'm following that I purchased. I wanted to make it in rainbow because I thought it would be really cool, and I started looking up rainbow yarn, couldn't find it, and cotton, and so I eventually dyed my own cotton, which is why I have my little blog post in the description if you are interested in hand-dyed cotton yarn. Not many people are doing it, but I think that's just because it's more expensive. Makes cotton more expensive, and there's a lot of cotton out there, but just not in the colorways that like I was looking for. Like I wanted some specific, like very bright neon rainbow cotton, and I want some trans-colored cotton and things like that. So for me, like that's kind of why I started dyeing my own yarn. And so with the front of the piece, it's like the spaces where I'm filling in, it's going to be shaped like a skull. And I thought this would look really cool on the black background of my tank binder. However, it's not showing up as well as I would have hoped and expected that it would. So I think I might do that little black half double crochet around it to give that kind of like wiggly appearance, but also to define the edges of the skull a little bit better and make it look a little bit more recognizable for what it is. So we're going to give that a try and see if we can make that work. At this point, it would have been easier to go in with a black yarn, with black cotton, and then just do the rainbow wiggly on top of it, but whatever. You live and you learn, right? So I think that's what I'll do if I have time. I was gonna do a jockstrap and some shorts for Pride, but because I wanted to make a jockstrap pattern because I have one, and I think I'm at a skill level now where I can do it, where I think a year or two ago I hadn't done anything like it and had really no reference to how to read the pattern. It's not a difficult pattern, I just think the wording of it caught me up a little bit, as it sometimes does. Sometimes you read something and you can read it in a month and it makes perfect sense, but like you read something, it's basically exactly like a bra cup pattern, but just flipped. But this one, so if I did that, then if I changed colors, if I didn't just have like a one variegated yarn, which I guess I could use the rainbow yarn for that as well, but that's a little bit much, and I'm not really feeling that fantasy. But I did just order some like leather shorts. Oh, let me show you what the jockstrap would look like. So basically, it would be like, here's one color, here is another, here's another stripe. And so it basically just has that kind of like striping effect that like a ball cup would as you change colored stripes. So like that's what it would look like. And I just wasn't really feeling that fantasy. I just kind of was like, I want something a little bit different. I just spent this time making like the top for Mel, so I don't want to make something that looks like identical to that. And I kind of keep the variety going. And so I was gonna make a like mesh one out of crochet, and then I was going to line it with two types of fabric. One that was like a sheer black mesh, and then the other one in a like full coverage but like stretchy skin tone color. Hey Crystal, oh, I've been obsessed with your yarn spinning videos. I found cotton like I guess fibers for making roving yarn, and I got really excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I could dye this. I could send it to Crystal. Oh my gosh, I could because like roving is my favorite, right? So the idea of doing cotton roving is ideal, but it's just the fiber on Amazon. It's Egyptian cotton too, so it's more expensive like that. And then I think it was like $13 for 2 ounces, just 50 grams. And everything that I've been doing has been like 100 grams. So if I wanted to sell it just at the price of the cotton for 100 grams, it would be um, $26 right there. You have been doing masterful work for a very long time, so don't think that this is just starting. This strap is making my ooh, Lydia raid, yay! Um, so but I was like, oh cool, I could do cotton roving. That would be so cool. But no, it would be way too expensive. And because I like the thicker roving yarns, I probably want like a 5 roving. Like, I mean, 100 grams of cotton roving would be like 100 yards or something. Hey, Nifty! So I was like, you know what? That's just not worth it in a million years. But if I did find cotton roving, I mean, like, I'm sure that there's like cotton fields like literally within 5 minutes of me. So I could I could potentially see if I could just get the cotton fiber. Yeah, I know. I'm sure that I could, but I don't know what I would have to buy or pay them. So I don't know. I'm abandoning that dream because it's not worth it. But cotton roving, if you see it, say something because I want it. But also it wouldn't necessarily be the most ideal for crocheting with. It's more the idea, like two ideas coming together, making a baby that maybe aren't necessarily practical, maybe isn't necessarily practical. Also, I just got this shirt, this punk flea market. I know it's backwards. I was gonna apologize for it, but I was like, I didn't do it. Like, it's not my fault. But it says heterosexuality in this economy, and I was like, I gotta have that shirt. I also got a shirt from the same. It was like a sale at this particular vendor's booth, and it says like, "May you have the confidence of a mediocre white man." And I was like, I'm that mediocre white man. I'm trying to find confidence. It's some Egyptian cotton roving from dawn in this economy. Yes. Yeah. So yeah. May you have the confidence of a mediocre white man. And then I have another. It's like one of those like jean shirts, jean button-up shirts. That's really thin. You know what I mean? And it just said "spooky bitch" on the back, which I am so happy with. So I found a bunch of good things. I found and then the only other thing I got, there was a glass blower. And first, like, I saw a couple crocheted items, and I was like, because like I was scouting out this to see if I could sell my crochet stuff at the next punks market that they have. Haven't been great, Lydia, but I'm here right now, so I guess that's something. How have you been? And but so this person had like 2 or 3 like crocheted items. They were very small, and I would be able to do them very easily without a pattern. If like they were just they were pretty basic patterns. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it was someone who looked maybe like a little newer. But I was like, oh, you crochet? I crochet too, stuff like that. And she was like, oh, this is my mother-in-law's stuff, and she just wanted me to give them to me. She's like, if you want to sell them, you can sell them, or you can just have them as decor. And I was like, cool, that's awesome. So I was thinking like, but I didn't say that because I let those thoughts stay in my head. Smart. But the person that I did buy from, she sold like handmade glass things. And if you know me, you know that I'm obsessed with teeth. Part of it is that, I, was raised by a dentist, so I've always been fascinated by teeth, and part of it's just like the body part, fascination, and just the cool like punk alternative emo goth vibe thing I do. So I got a glass tooth that's like this big. It's so cute. And the prices were really good for like handmade glass items like that. I mean, I had never seen anything like that, so I was really excited about it. So I got 3 shirts and a necklace. I was a big spender that day. But yeah, it was mostly a scouting mission, just to see what was up. Mel got a stone for her mom's birthday. Oh, Amy, I'm so happy you're here. Do you like my shirt? It says heterosexuality in this economy. I said sexuality really weird, but you get what I'm saying, right? So Pride is pretty much a wrap. Not really, I guess still have to make the top, and I will work on that today, but I'm not going to be making anything else for myself for Pride, and then I just basically have to deal with orders coming in. I'm keeping my shop open as much as I can, unless I go back to the hospital, which, I mean, that was in conversation literally yesterday, so who the fuck knows? So yeah, I just have 1 packer order right now, but a lot of my items that don't normally get, like, a lot of attention have been like favorited a couple times, so I'm like, okay, well maybe that's people getting ready for Pride season, and I know you have to eat. I'm sorry that you or anyone else has to go through that. You finished a poncho for your niece. It was made with the colors of the pansexual flag. I think it'd be too warm for Pride. Yeah, that's what I've been kind of battling, is like not being able to find the colors I want, and like in the Pride colors, not being able to find the Pride flag colors that I want, but wanting like a nicer, like not nicer, but like airier, like breathable yarn. And so this is the first year that I've been crocheting and going to Pride wearing my crochet wear that I was like, you know what? I'm going with cotton. I don't care what I have to do to make something in cotton. I'm going to make it in cotton, or something else breathable. I mean, cotton's like way more affordable than a lot of the other more breathable, yarns. So I was like, I can't do acrylic one more year. I will literally die. Last year I had my granny square, or my granny hexagon cardigan, which was all in acrylic, and then I did booty shorts, and just the shorts that half my ass was hanging out of were just so sweaty and gross. Like, at least with a cardigan, you can kind of like open up your arms and like let it kind of breathe a little bit. No, things were trapped in there. It was also kind of like in a granny stitch configuration. So it's like there were still plenty of holes for things to breathe, but they chose not to. So, which I thought was quite rude. So, so I was like, this year, no more. I'm done. I've reached the ripe old age of 32, and I've reached my fuck it level. And I was like, so I'm getting this cotton. And then I spent so long trying to find the cotton that I wanted. Oh, I was thinking about making a parasol for Pride. That's a tentative one, just if I have time for it. But I do have the lace weight yarn already nice and dyed up for that, so that if I want to make a variegated rainbow parasol, I have had the pattern for years, and I just haven't made it because I'm lazy. So yeah, so I was like, this would be cool, because thank you. I don't feel it. My back feels like someone drop kicked me right in the spine. Everything hurts. I don't feel young, but I guess that doesn't matter whether or not you feel young. It's about whether I guess I just hang out with what number is lace weight yarn. I think lace weight yarn is a 0, although there's different thicknesses and thinnesses of lace weight. Now I dyed Red Heart crochet thread in size 10, so I'll show you. I'm wearing my boxers because I was very sweaty. So let me see if I can get a good strand here. So quite thin. Compared to, here's a 4. So you can kind of see them side by side. I mean, and the 10 isn't even the thinnest compared to all of them, but Mima era. But you look younger than me. So I would like to blame testosterone for aging me, but it's just my resting bitch face. Yeah, I was nervous that the mercerized cotton would not take the dye as well, but I was wrong. I was super wrong. It took it better. I didn't realize that mercerized cotton takes dye, or it does take dye differently. That is true, but it actually absorbs more. Is more absorbent than its non-mercerized companion. So it dyed super well. I was so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. But I don't make a parasol. I'll have to make something else out of lace because I'm so excited. I'm not sure. Well, if I do make the parasol, let me look at the pattern real quick. Because the pattern I'm using. Okay. Okay, so the pattern that I have, honestly, it was just the first, like, I just searched pattern. The first, it was kind of like the first parasol I ever saw, and I, can I not spell it? Or does it not? Maybe like Gothic? I'm trying to search. Oh, Victorian Goth. Okay, there it is. Right here. Okay, so this is the pattern I got off of Etsy. It is a lace parasol, and it is from Ira Rott. That's the name. So IRA, and then last name is ROTT. And it says from irarott.com. But I bought it off of Etsy. So it says use, they use they said any 1,000, sorry, 100% mercerized cotton thread, size 10. It's a lace weight 0. But lace weight, I think I've seen it go down to like extra thin 30. So like, I don't really know. And then here's, they say a steel hook, US size 4. And so that does not mean, and I had to ask about this because I was like, no fucking way. This uses a 4mm. So a US size 4 is, I believe, a 1.25mm. Let me check. US size 4 crochet. Okay. Is it the no, it's not the pineapple one. I will show it in a second. So size 4. This doesn't go down that low. Great. It's a small ass hook. I know that for sure. And I know I have it because I already looked for it. But let's see. That's just, I cannot find it. It just wants to pull up the 4mm, which is really quite rude. 1.25. The patience of a king. Well, you know what they say about me. I'm no king. Okay, so I don't know. I'll have to find it again. It's real fucking small. It's tiny. It's smaller than 2mm. I don't know how much smaller. I would have to look for that. And actually, I have a hook thingy back here. Fuck. Okay. No, it doesn't even go down that low. Okay. I know I have it. Caught me with my pants down. Oh, and then literally you can see me with my pants down. Yeah, it's very small. I have a container with hooks in it that go down to like a 0.9, I think. It's small as shit. Okay, so it's in the steel crochet hook sizes, and a size 4 is, okay, it's exactly 2mm. So the thing is, one of the things that I could not do is I was like, I will not be able to hold this. I am so accustomed and need ergonomic hooks. Oh, wait, is it 1.25? Okay. It says 1.25 is a 9/4. I don't know what that means, but okay. I think, but no, I think you were just saying, yeah, patience to make it. So it says here it's a 2mm, but I'll double check when I have my hooks in a place where I can fucking find them. But I'll show you the pattern. So it's called the Victorian Victorian Goth lace parasol, size 4 steel hook, and then this is what it looks like. Now, granted, this is a child, but I was like, we can. It's still cute, right? So it just looks like once we get to like maybe like row 20, it looks like it just has like a 4-row repeat. So you can make it to whatever size your hook goes to. your waist goes to. You can kind of see like the lace pattern. I don't want to show you all. Not that anyone would be able to fucking read it from that far. But they do a lot of the work in the charts, and then they have directions on how to do row by row, which is very, very helpful. And they tell you how to strip a cheap umbrella and things like that. But one of the things that I was really like, I can't do this if I don't have something to help my hand. So I tried first looking for a size 4 hook on Etsy to see if I could find one that had been like custom made. But I couldn't. And not only could I not find it, I really wasn't sure about what like type of head I would want or anything like that. And then I was like, oh, I have these lace weight hooks, but I don't ever use them. I can't use them. They're too fucking tiny and small. And then I found this, which I've been ranting and raving about this. I love this thing. It's my new best friend. So this is in my description if you're interested in them. So it is a hook handle that has a little black piece, and this black piece is interchangeable. They have 5 different sizes, extra small to extra large or large, whatever. And so it can accommodate hook sizes, aluminum hook and steel hook sizes from 0.5 millimeter, which is a tiny, tiny, tiny little hook, to 9 millimeter. So this is like, and this you can get customized. You can get it just the base black, which I think is like $17 on Etsy. And then if they actually have a code if you buy directly from their website, that will help you save some money if you're interested, or if you have crappy hands like me but you can't afford well, I mean, I have all the furls hooks that I wanted. Where are you getting the parasol from? Like where am I gonna get a broken umbrella from? Because I think we have one in the trunk of my car that's been there for 6 years or something. But if I can't find it, then I will get a umbrella from Goodwill or something that is cheap. So I'm not gonna. I will find the cheapest option. And so basically, I guess you just like you crochet basically like a huge doily, and then you just place it on you attach it to the base. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing. That's what they did, but I assume that's what they did before I actually read that far into the instructions. So I'm glad that we're on the same page. I'm glad it's not like, here, buy this special parasol building apparatus or something. I don't know. I'm in a very weird mood right now. Antipsychotics are kicking. So I might make that, because last year I got this huge. I knew it was gonna be big, but did I know how big it was gonna be? No, I did not. I had this really huge. It was it was almost like this. It was just, I don't know. It was a big ass umbrella, and because I just wanted to make sure that I was very well protected from the sun. It gets very hot at Pride, and it's very easy to get a sunburn. So I wanted to have an umbrella with me while I walked through the streets of Raleigh. And so I got this umbrella, and because Pride is so crowded, like half the time my arm is straight up holding the umbrella like super far over me just to walk through the crowd and not like just peg someone in the head with it. Because believe it or not, I'm not the tallest person at any parade I go to, much less a Pride parade, which has beautiful drag queens in very high heels. So I was like dodging drag queens like this. Like, I'm so sorry. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Fierce. Yes, queen. Sorry. Like the whole time. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I could do this instead. I don't know. So yeah, this will be quite a bit smaller. I'm hoping it's not too small, and I hope that I get to it because I bought the pattern, so I clearly want to do it, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's basically my Pride plan. And then they have another punk supermarket in October, and I think I'm gonna do that one because that's actually kind of more my scene, anyways. Even though summer wouldn't have been a big deal because like the one that just happened, because I don't really make a lot of wearables anyways. So I wouldn't have made a bunch of wearables for people to buy. But yeah, so the one closer to Halloween, I'm just gonna let it go. Yes, that would be so pretty, and then just to have it shine in the light and the mercerization on the cotton being extra shiny. Mm. I, I for a long time, I vehemently avoided using mercerized cotton because I hated the feel of it in my tension hand. But I'm gonna figure out something because I gotta use this yarn. If I can't, then Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. So now we're gonna talk about the most important um, uh, holiday of the year, and that is Halloween. Now, I had a really good idea for what I wanted to do here for Halloween, to change it up from my every day of the year spooky and do something a little bit different. It was a great idea. I am pretty sure I forgot it. I might have been able to get it back, but I don't quite think this is what I had in mind. So, Halloween decor ideas would be appreciated if anyone, and I want to be able to have it look nice and cohesive and create some pieces around what I have, but also, I like to do like a kind of mismatch, mishmash, mishmash. I feel like I'm having a stroke. Words, man, words. Okay, maybe I just don't need to multitask. I think that's really the problem. So I kind of wanted to do something here. And yes, Halloween. So excited. Um, Now, last year, I had started working on the Swamp Witch. Um, and I made a lot of progress with that. I got the hood, I got one of the shawls. I wanted to do another one, like a triangle Lost Souls shawl with the really fucking scratchy brown and gold yarn that I have. Gorgeous, really scratchy. So I was gonna put that not on my skin. And then I had the hood, which is very distressed and cool looking. But I remember the idea that I had was not gonna work with Swamp Witch at all. Something spooky. Yes, Crystal. Exactly. But I have to narrow it down more because that's super broad. So I've been thinking, trying to get my memory back, which never fucking works. But like one of my ideas was to just go full swamp and you know, um, have crochet some cool looking frogs and toads and I just don't care about mushrooms. I don't know if it's just me, if I've seen them too much in crochet everywhere. Um, I mean, I think it is. Like, is it spooky horror movies? Is it spooky witches? Is it spooky just regular Halloween decoration spooky? Is it, you know, I don't know. I think it's a broad term. Because it's like, okay, what are you doing for Halloween? What's your decor like? And you're like, spooky. And you're like, it gives you no insight to what it's actually gonna look like. I guess that's kind of what I need, insight into what it's gonna look like so I know what to make. So that's why. Oh. Okay. Did not catch the sarcasm, but like I said, brain's still catching up. So like I wouldn't do mushrooms probably. I don't know. I feel like if I did a swamp, I would have to do mushrooms. I'd make mushrooms, not do mushrooms. Um uh so yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I could just do witches and then have it be different types of witches. Um because but like I just feel like the black pointy hat, which is not really in the vibe and in the air, it's not really in the vicinity of the swamp witch. You know, swamp witch is more like grotesque. Um, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll do like body parts and like anatomy and do like eyeballs and and things like that. And because did really have a fun time making the the vest that sorry, there's gnats. There's like 3 gnats in my house, and they all come right here because my lights are the brightest right here, and obviously I shine. Just kidding, I'm an idiot. Um, so I thought about doing like body parts, teeth, um, the rib cage that I did with the guts falling out. That was really fun. Swamp slime, I like that. And then that's a different medium, so I could just make slime. I can make Shrek. I could pull in Shrek to that. Um, I could do maybe it was Scooby Doo. I am. If you don't know a whole lot about me, maybe this is very surprising to you, but I am utterly obsessed with Scooby Doo. I love Scooby Doo probably more than anything. It was one of the first things that my wife and I really connected on. We both love Scooby Doo so much. All of the iterations, I don't care. Don't come for any of them. I'll jump down your throat. Not Be Cool, not A Pup Named Scooby Doo, not Mystery Inc. You can come for Velma. You can come for Velma. I'll allow it. That's not really Scooby Doo. And the first season was objectively bad. Objectively bad. So it was so cringy. Ugh. Yeah, they tried too hard. The live action movies, oh my gosh, Matthew Lillard, please. Also, I just dyed my hair today. I keep forgetting that it's as dark as it is, and I'm like, why is my hair not neon? But it still turned out really cool. I was going for like a teal. I just added a lot of blue to the dye that I had left over, and it just turned darker green. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. But I think it looks good. It looks pretty cool. Yes, Scooby is awesome. So I could do a Scooby Doo, and that's probably where I that's probably what I was thinking, because honestly, Swamp Witch would not make any sense in that world. But there's so many villains. I did think about doing Scooby Doo last year and doing like having a couple friends over and doing like a. I don't have a lot of space here. Thank you very much, Nifty. I appreciate that. Thank you, Crystal. Oh my gosh, so many compliments. Um, and we don't have a big space, but I just thought about making like it looked kind of like a haunted house, except everything was Scooby Doo themed. Um, and have some like things that glow in black light. Not that I want to turn the black light on anything down here. um, but like just having like some cool like Scooby Doo decorations. I think that would be super fun. But I think that's best the best way to save that would be for a when we have some more space, which I'm hoping we will have in the upcoming year. but we'll see. A Scooby-Doo would be fucking fun. Thank you, Lydia. So Scooby-Doo right off the bat. And then I could do some baking. I could make Scooby snacks. I could make like little like gingerbread cookies that look like Scooby snacks. Yes, Scooby amigurumi. I could amigurumi the whole damn gang. I could make a blanket. I saw someone, what did they make? Was it a poncho? I'm not quite sure. I saw something, and maybe it was a sweater. Someone made something in one of the crochet groups I follow, and it was like a mystery machine. Like it was like the color of the mystery machine, and then it had the flowers all over it, and then it had the colors in the sleeves of all of the gang, you know, so it was awesome. It was so cool. I know I'm on one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my brain is broken. So yeah, so doing something like that, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to make stuff in that universe. And like you could even freehand some of the villains, or I could paint them on posters, you know, all that kinds of stuff. So if you're wondering what tea I'm drinking caffeine-free harvest tea because it's my favorite caffeine-free tea. Most of the teas I drink, not so surprisingly, if you've heard how fast I talk, have caffeine in them. Um, so so it's nice to change it up. Actually, I don't drink a lot of caffeine past like 5 or 6. I have enough trouble sleeping as is. So Scooby-Doo would be a killer one. Now, in that vein of animated shows, there's also, and I'm not sure who's seen it, who hasn't. It's on Disney Plus right now. It's called Gravity Falls. Easily, it's so up there in like ridiculousness, and just it's so good. It's so good. So and Mel and I have talked about doing a couple's costume for a long time, where we go as Dipper and Mabel, who are the two main characters. Now they are brother and sister, which does make things a little weird if we start like making out somewhere. But you know, that's pretty niche. But Gravity Falls is a really great show. If you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend it. It's just really good. And I could make pet costumes for my pets. Although we usually know how that goes. I make something for Jelly, and Riker ends up wearing it because Jelly is a little, as thick of a chunk as he is, he can slip out of the tiniest hole. But if I made something too small, then he can't fit it. But somehow Riker can fit everything. It makes no sense. And Riker loves to wear a costume. So there is a pig in the show named Waddles. And I think that would be really cute costume to turn my cat into a pig. And he's already got the chonk for it. Or let's see what else. There's no dogs. I'd have to think a little bit more about. Oh my gosh, you know Gravity Falls? Yes. Okay, I figured I had a strong feeling that you would, Crystal, because I sense it would vibe with your weirdness, and that your kids would also like it. So I feel like those two combined would make you a Gravity Falls fan. And then I was thinking about doing like, so there's a character called Bill he's effectively like a triangle with a top hat and legs. And so thinking about making a pillow name that was of Bill, like a throw pillow that was Bill, and then maybe doing like a corner to corner like graphic of like one of the journal covers. Why am I not writing this down? Throw journal. Billow. It's a billow. Costumes for animals. And so Mabel, who is the character that Mel would be doing, she likes to wear these really obnoxious, just ridiculous sweaters. And one of the ones that she wears that she's really she's in the intro wearing it, and then also in like one of the episodes. Actually, I think she has a lot of light up sweaters, if I'm being honest. But she has she always wears sweaters and skirt. And so I was thinking about making a light up sweater that would be really cool. So that would be super fucking fun to do. And so I could do Gravity Falls for in there. Still don't know what I would do here. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could continue that, but there's just not that much that's super identifiable with the Gravity Falls that I could have enough for there and my living room and here. So I'd have to think about that a little bit. Okay. So I've seen the lights, and those are awesome. And you can have the battery pack. You can have a little pouch for the battery pack sewn in. But Silver Rocks, who I feel like I talk about pretty much constantly, he sorry if my camera's going real slow right now. Does really amazing costuming, and he just did a couple things with I don't know what it is. I'd have to figure it out and know how to find it. But I'm gonna put this in Army of Weirdos. So if you're in the group Army of Weirdos, you can kind of see what he did with a jacket. He also did a Beetlejuice jacket using this. It's lit filament. I don't know what it is. It looks magical. I'm just gonna put magical. Okay. Why can I not find the bottom of this? Just let me post the fucking thing. No, my Grammarly thing's nah, fuck, get fucked. Okay, I'll find it eventually. But yeah, it's lit filament that so you can sew it in and out of fabric or cloth or whatever, and you can see the little bits and pieces. So it's not just Christmas tree lights. It's the LED strand lights. It's so cool. I don't know how to do any of those things, so why is it not letting me post this? It says create post. Okay, did that. No, okay, well, fuck you. Baby, why isn't things working? Yeah. If I knew. Everyone's really excited about the Gravity Falls costumes, which they should be. Grammarly, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I have no patience for this conglomerate right now. Okay. Who fucking knows? Okay, whatever. Anyways, it exists. Okay. But yeah, so a light up sweater, like that would be the coolest thing probably ever made, ever. Um, I could do a bunch, and there's a bunch of like mysteries. So every episode pretty much um, has a different villain or mystery to it, and so I could do all of that. Oh my gosh, I could make my dog Uncle Stan. Because it requires keeping a hat on, and I know I can't get my cat to do that. Uncle Stan, Gravity Bills. I just put Gavity. Okay. He he wears a black suit, and Riker has black fur. So I feel like this would be really fun to do. But which? Oh my gosh! There's the smoking robe Uncle Stan. He wears like a fez, I guess that is. Um, but I gotta find a picture because he's kind of grotesque and like it feels really important. Imagine him in a black suit, but for now, let me just show you this picture, um, because it's important that you know that Uncle Stan is like a little gross, and so making my baby precious dog be a gross old man is pretty right. It's pretty right, and I can make great chest hairs for it with yarn. Oh, and you can just wear it like a little vest or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh, that was gonna be like you've lost it officially. Okay, so around here, so I do want to make another voodoo doll for my girl subs, um, but that's neither here nor there when it comes um, to making something for Halloween. Um, I do have I have interest in like insects, bugs, you know, gross, gross things. Um, Conversely, I could also do like mutants, like I don't know, like or not. Maybe that's not the right word. But like I was just thinking like Ripley's Believe It or Not type thing with like babies with like two heads, which is not you know not the craziest thing. Now I feel like an ass. But it's along the line of Ripley's Believe It or Not, just like oddities around the world. Bugs, yes. um, but not necessarily to make fun of, actually, definitely not to make fun of anyone. It's just like, you know, that. Um, could do, I could do like a comic book, pop art type thing. You have shiny yarns. So actually, so not as many as I used to. I have a lot of sparkly yarns, keeping those. Um, I'm just getting, I had this full of Caron Simply Soft, and I'm trying to get rid of it right now. Um, so, so if someone buys all that yarn, then that'll take away a lot of my like shiny yarn. But I was just tired of having it and forgetting about it time after time, um, so I'm trying to sell that. We're gonna see if it gets sold. So I do still have the Picasso, yes. So I do have the Picasso. I listed a couple things on a Facebook Marketplace today. One of them being the Simply Soft yarns, and I like in the description I put like over 30 skeins, full or partial, of Caron Simply Soft, and then I just got a message. Hey, are these still available? How many skeins are in the Caron Simply Soft? And I was like, over 30. Like, and it's not like there was like a page and a half of text to read through the information. It's the only information I put about the Caron Simply Soft. Okay. It's like, Crystal messaged me. I just assumed it was you because you were talking to me here. So yeah, so I could do like, I could do like a Gotham Batman, uh, uh, um, but the thing is, so as far, I'm sure I think there's another Halloween graphic novel, but the biggest, most popular one, yes, I have Picasso in my stash. I have the light rainbow and I have the darker rainbow. And then I have some shiny, I have some, what's that, Rockstar? I have Rockstar in like silver gunmetal, and green. And then I have a lot of sparkle yarns. Yeah, yeah, but I don't know how I would make the whole vibe. I mean, bats themselves could be spooky in a variety of ways, but I don't know. I don't know if that would be. I don't know. Maybe like year-round decoration. We could incorporate some more Batman, some more non-spooky things, and go a little bit more nerdy with it. Um, that would be fun, but I'm not seeing it for Halloween. I don't do Harry Potter, um, and will happily tell you the reasons why if you ask. Um, but no Harry Potter. Um, Sorry. Okay. Bird mask. I don't know. Why was that so funny? Bird mask. Fucking weird. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Is that an actual mask for a face? Oh my gosh, it's a real it's human sized. Oh my gosh. Rat face pattern. Ravelry. Oh, it's called a bird mask. That's definitely a rat, okay? Bird mask. I literally just almost saw. Okay. Yeah, see, if I looked at that, I wouldn't be like, the only thing remotely bird-like is the beak. Oh my gosh, Crystal, thank you. Twisted Hatter? Hatter? That's so cool. I've always wanted to try one of their patterns. Obviously, they have their iconic ones, but this is giving me freak show in every fucking way. Ugh, I love you. I kind of want to just like look like a rat now. I just want to look like a rat. What if I spent the entire time just making as many rats as possible? Rats and mice, but mostly rats. And they just took over my Great Hall of Yarn. I think it would be a good idea. And I would find great pleasure from it. Okay, so trying to think of specifically like spooky decor because that's really where I think I could do like themed things like that would go along with the costume I made, but I don't necessarily want. I feel like the minute that Halloween's over, um, it would just look like I left my theme decorations up instead of being a lifestyle like this is, you know. Um, I could do, what about like, okay, so I've got the bride of Frankenstein's monster. Um, what if I did like mad scientist Frankenstein, like that kind of thing? I did some tapestries, which I've never done tapestry a day in my life, um, but like of like beakers and stuff. I think that could be cool. Is tomorrow Thursday? Today's Thursday. So tomorrow's Friday. I would not like to I would not like to crochet my whole costume, but I would like to. I can't click on any links here. Um, but I would crochet part of the costume. So it can't be so original that I uh, have to make everything from scratch. I guess I could sew some stuff, but I feel like it's like I have my moments of liking to sew, and then I have my moments of wishing that it would just not be a thing anymore. Okay, let's see. So I got to. I'm just getting into YouTube again so I can click the link because I can't click it through StreamYard. Bring me the rat. Oh my gosh. Is that crochet? No way. Wow. 2.5 millimeter hook. Worth it. Dear Lord. That looks like a plastic rat. That's insane. I wonder how they did the whiskers. I wish I could know what size yarn they use, but that's just me. Unless it's right in front of me and then it's not just me. Okay. Thank you for that pattern. I will use it irresponsibly. I love, 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 love that rat. Hey, Winter. Um, you're just joining us. We're talking about ways I can decorate for Halloween because, Pride's gonna be here in a second and gone in a second, and then I gotta worry about Halloween. So, how will I make things look cool around here? And Crystal just shared probably one of the coolest patterns I've ever seen. Actually, two of the coolest patterns I've ever seen. Because first it was a rat mask, which is not a rat, but it's a rat. And I do, but I never can log into Ravelry. I don't know why. It's always just such a fucking pain in the ass. And they might buy some more yarn. Okay, getting rid of some yarn, decluttering a little bit. You got that from your friend's show. That's cool. Babe, do you want to see a really cool pattern that's really relevant? Okay, yeah, that's more important. You're right. Later. I'll show you. But yes, the rat, both rat patterns are really cool, and I'm super excited. It uses a 2mm hook. Is it uses a 2mm? Did I? Oh, oh, he's gonna hate that. It says 2.5 on the outside, so I just didn't know because yeah, but I don't know. And then yeah, I don't know. Either way, I have a hook. Yes, Jade took Moonlit Moth Creations. It's a mouthful, but Moonlit Moth Creations is probably one of the coolest names I could have ever heard of. So, yes. So Crystal just shared a pattern, two patterns from Ravelry. The first was, it said bird mask, but if you look at it and you have my brain, you would see a rat. You would see a rat mask. 2 and 2.5. Okay. Well, with this puppy, it doesn't matter. I can use any hook. And I do have those sizes. And then I said, oh, I could just do I'm talking about Halloween already because I'm a weirdo. And I was like, I could just have a bunch of rats around me. And then Crystal shared a really inexpensive rat pattern that looks so realistic. I had to do like a quadruple take to figure out that it was not, in fact, a plastic rat. And that it was actually crochet. So it can't use thick yarn at all. Yes, the bird mask pattern. Bird. It's a rat. It's a rat. Okay, it's a rat. We should have a vote. I should do a vote on Army of Weirdos if that looks like a bird or a rat to you. Hey everyone, I love rats. Of course, yeah. I mean, it's a cool name. Moonlit Moth Creations. On this channel, we love Pride and we love Halloween. And basically, we just live and survive until the other one comes around. That's pretty much all that matters in this life to me. So got a couple ideas about what I want to do. So I usually decorate my filming space, I guess, a little bit differently. Then if I do a theme decoration for my like living room, and that's pretty much as much decoration space as my wife gives me, because year round I'm constantly looking for Halloween stuff to put up, like my moon painting and my Bride of Frankenstein, and then I have a couple cauldrons, and I have a voodoo doll, and I have all my crystals, and I have a lot of shit. So I love Halloween, and also heterosexuality. In this economy, I'm a big old queer. So So naturally, I have to celebrate both with the same enthusiasm and just wait for one to get by. But I'm currently making the back panel for my Pride top. Put it down because I was thinking that was the reason I couldn't talk, but it turns out it had nothing to do with it. So I am working on my my top. My wife's top is already done, and I might, if I have time after finishing. Same. See you. If I have time, I might try to do a lace parasol with a lace weight yarn that I dyed as well. I've never used lace weight yarn, and I've never made lace. Well, actually, you know what? That is a myth. And I caught myself in a lie because I did kind of. When I did the, what was it? It's the post-mortem doily. Do you all know what I'm talking about? I don't have a video of me making it because I'm just copying someone else's video. But let me share that video with you all because the pattern is absolutely free if you can follow, if you can, a video tutorial. I know not everyone can. It comes in two parts. The first is creating the inside where the little body and bones are, and the second is creating kind of like the lace and casket around it. So I've done that, but that's my extent of like lace. So I have rainbow yarn to make my lacy parasol. But, you know, if we get there, we get there. If we don't, I'll find another reason to use that yarn. Or we'll sell it and make more of it. I don't know. Definitely want to make some of the trans colors. Put the trans colors in. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, that's what I get for not paying attention. Should I undo the row? I should undo the row. Trying to be more careful. I guess, I mean, more careful, yes, but I'm also trying not to, like, work over mistakes and fix them by not fixing them. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, add another stitch if you dropped a stitch or something. That's what my latest thing has been, but right now, like, because I want this top to, like, look as good as possible, I'm really taking the time to go through and make sure everything looks right. So, damn my moral compass, or I don't know. Maybe it's just I want people to look at my stuff and want to buy it. I don't know. Okay, that's rude. Whoever did that. There's so much stuff. Because I was trying to get stuff out of here and post it on Facebook Marketplace. And seriously, if you like doing, yeah, okay, okay, yeah. So you can find it on Etsy. The link from YouTube that I posted is, it worked up for free. So that's how I learned how to. I only did part one. I did all of part one. I did it with a 4-weight cotton, and I used a 4mm hook. So this here's mess up. Instead of whatever they suggested, they probably used a lace weight yarn. Makes sense. Doilies, lace weight. Brush out your death hawk. Oh yeah, have fun with that. I have always had, my hair has never agreed to do such things, but I can only imagine the amount of product I would have to put in to do that. So Godspeed, or say some speed, and then I hope you make it through the night alive, because that does not sound like a fun task. Okay, so here are some of the ideas we have so far. Quick recap for everyone who's newer into the group. So last year, I was really determined to do a Swamp Witch costume, and I got like parts of it done. I got one of the shawls that I am wearing, and then like a hood. But I was starting to make the Lost Souls shawl in a yarn that's very, very fucking scratchy. It's beautiful. It's very scratchy. It's brown yarn with like gold spun into it. It's so beautiful, but it is incredibly irritating on the skin. I would suggest just looking up a picture. That would literally save me so much time from explaining. Too thin to do a death hawk, so I have to flip it back. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just have a lot of hair. I mean, honestly, like my hair just has so much volume that I don't even really need a lot, but I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know. I think I have a thing against my hair sticking straight up because it does things so naturally. And I don't know if it makes you unhip or just not as into certain gothic punk alternative trends. So you won't get barred from this channel for not knowing what a deathlock is.
He doesn't care about thunder and lightning.
He doesn't like to be hit. Yeah. See, it would the picture. Okay, so I have to show you. So first, we're trying to figure out, things. I think Scooby Doo was maybe the thing that I was thinking of that I had forgotten about.
What thing?
Hold on a second.
I don't know.
Shh, I don't know. My brain's not working. It's really not. I'm sorry to shush you. I just really don't know. Okay, so I said I might do a Batman theme. I think this is where this came from. I don't know. Or maybe we got into the bugs conversation. And so this is called Bird Mask. But that looks like a rat. I just see rat. And then especially when you look at like the back.
I mean, if you leave out like the rat tail, then you the rat.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, so that's a rat mask. And then I was like, what if I wore that and I just had a bunch of rats that I had crocheted?
You're really dark and well, though.
Halloween.
Oh.
The second most important holiday of the year.
After Pride?
Oh shit. It's tied for first.
Your birthday? Pride?
No, my birthday doesn't matter because it was rolled up in Halloween.
I'm confused what holiday you put above Halloween and Pride.
No, I said it's tied for first.
No, but you said the second most important holiday of the year.
Yes, I said that. And then I said, no, it's tied for. You said one. So, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I brain.
No, it's on my brain. No, it's on my brain.
No, these are crocheted. I had to like quadruple take to see that they were in fact crocheted.
Mm-hmm.
But just like a bunch of rats, like with your coworkers in New York City, you would have to give me a true account of how large those rats were. Mel got to see a sewer rat.
It's pretty cool. I keep working.
They're so cute. Oh, it went right there, but okay. Leave the Christmas yarn out. I might be selling some yarn tomorrow. So this is what we have. So Swamp, that was a work in progress, and I will always go back to Swamp, just for my own aesthetics, because I truly love the idea of Swamp Witch. Body parts, eyeballs, fingers, like X-rays, I don't know, things. Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. Last year, I wanted to invite some friends over and do like a mini haunted house with like Scooby Doo like villains and stuff and black lights. Which, again, the black light idea, based on where I am, that's probably not a good call. If I want to sleep peacefully, but we don't have a lot of space here, and I don't have a lot of friends, so it would basically just be for me and Mel. Rat with a finger in the mouth. Oh my gosh, you're a genius, Crystal. What can you not do? Um, So I thought Scooby Doo would be really cute. Um, and there's so many good villains in Scooby Doo, and um, but I think that would be a good setup for a place where I have a little bit more space. And next was Gravity Falls, which is uh, on Disney Plus. I don't know, when did that show air? A while ago. It's a really good, really funny show. Highly recommend it to anyone. Anyone's sensibilities, I think, could get on board with that show. So the more I thought about it, the more I think it would be better in there, because I could do a lot of projects, like a corner to corner GraphGAN of like the journals that they use. There's this little triangle guy named Bill who has like a top hat and arms and legs, and I can make a pillow out of him. Then make costumes for my wife, me, and my two animals. Um, and So the next one is insects, bugs, gross things. I don't give you enough credit, Crystal. I don't give any of you enough credit. The only person I give too much credit to is myself, honestly. Um, Insects, bugs, gross things. I don't care. Whatever. With the body parts thing, I did make a rib cage kind of not vest. What was it called? I don't know, a rib cage thing. And then for someone, I did a commission for, and it had like cool guts and stuff hanging out. It was really super fun. Um, and that would be really fun to do that. And next, I kind of put my foot in my mouth a little bit, so allow me to try to correct it this time. So I wanted to do kind of like oddities, kind of in the vein of like Ripley's Believe It or Not. And I think that could be really fun, because I could just freehand a lot of like creatures and weird things, and that would be very spicy performance. Oh, cool. That sounds super fun. Um, and then I thought Gotham or Batman. Not quite sure. And then I think that would be better for like year round, because I am a huge nerd. Um, but I don't think it really, because like the minute Halloween's over, it just looks like I just have Halloween decorations left over. Whereas like these have been here for years, so everybody knows that they're part of this setup here. And then rat face pattern, Ravelry, bird mask, plus more rats. That's the only notes I took on that, is more rats. And then Frankenstein, mad scientist-esque um, type thing, uh, where I could like do some like tapestries. I don't know, never done tapestry a day in my life. Never had any desire to, honestly. Like, they look cool, but the idea of doing color work honestly makes me want to do a thing I can't do. So, but I thought I could do like cool, like a tapestry of like cool, like beakers and you know, things. And I've got this, and I've got Frankenstein's monster as well. So I think we got some good suggestions. I think we've got a lot of good to go for. For me, the Gravity Fall thing in my living room, it's almost like a no-brainer. It's such a specific thing, but it's also very I don't know. It's just very. It's just cool. It's what I have wanted to do for a while. And then Mel and I can be incestuous siblings. Oh, gross. But not actually siblings. Just we would be dressed up as siblings. And the more I think about it, the weirder it gets. Why did you start bringing that up? Bringing up the incest thing. But other than that, I mean, I'm sure I can think of like other things, but I don't know. I could do like just kind of like a mashup of like horror movies, I guess, because I was kind of thinking about that. But the thing about me here is that a lot of horror movies I cannot take because I'm a huge baby back bitch, and and I know you probably look at me and go, "Wow, that dude can watch a lot of horror movies." You would be wrong. I am such a baby. There are there are like quite a few horror movies I can watch. Certain things don't bother me, like zombies, gore, um, basically anything but like psychological thrillers and paranormal shit. I those I can't do, and anything that has a bunch of jump scares I can't do because I take enough anxiety meds. You would think that I would have no reaction, but I'm still a very anxious person. So don't judge me. I was on like Shein or whatever that website is, looking up Halloween decor, and there were two signs, and both of them. One of them said like "Welcome to the like." It was like "Welcome to the Loony Bin" or "Welcome to the Insane Asylum," and the other one was like insane asylum for like or like asylum for the criminally insane, and I was like, I feel like I should get one of these just because the accuracy is like a little bit too on point for me. But then I was like, ooh, self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe it won't be as funny if I like actually do have to go back, which of course I will. So anyways, but horror movies, and then I could just pull from horror movies that I can actually watch, and then that wouldn't be a big deal. Um, so could do that. And I do want to watch more horror movies this year. Now, last year I got a couple pieces of fleece that I wanted to crochet a border around because um, I had seen Altnots do that, and I was like, "That's a great idea. I really want to do that." So I happened to pick uh, the most pain in the ass one to do, the Saw doll, Chucky. I can't do Chucky. Chucky. I don't trust dolls. I can't do Chucky because that motherfucker is in my house. I am not cool. I could do Chucky's face though on like a tapestry or something. Um, but like I'd rather do Tiffany, but like from Chucky, but still not have either of them be dolls. Yeah, Saw for sure. Jigsaw. Um, what did I think of? Oh, but I picked this border from Nastasia, and you all know that I do. I love Nastasia's work. She does a lot of cool things, and she did this. Um, Chucky is parts, I, like parts of other dolls, or oh, Chucky in parts. I would be too afraid that that motherfucker would come together and fucking stab me in the eye. I really value my eyes. Um, but um, so I'll just show you because I don't think I could find that Nastasia video if I even tried. But it's going to be a little clunky trying to get that out, admittedly. So I have 3 pieces of fleece. I think I got 2 yards of each. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking this yarn and I'm chaining a bunch, and then I'm putting it into every other or every third stitch. So I had to kind of figure out what the right like multiple to chain was. The problem, and so I spent quite a while on it, and this is how far I got. I shit you not. So like it didn't really go very fast at all. Also, you're carrying that yarn the whole time. But one of the biggest things is just keeping the yarn from getting extremely tangled. This is the fleece, which I don't do pink ever, but I couldn't help it when it looked this fucking cool. Oh my gosh. It's so cool, right? Oh, I love it. I'll show you the other ones I got. Okay. And I'm doing it in anti-pilling acrylic, so hopefully that'll be good. I don't know if you all remember, but last year was definitely the year of let's do Halloween, but in light pink, which honestly was a little bit refreshing, if I'm being honest. Um, it was just a different color palette. It looks like we'll probably move into a purple if Joanne decorations have anything to do with it, but this is, oh, it's upside down. This is the same pink, except it has little ghosties on it, and some of the ghosties are glasses, and all of them are so cute. I don't. Okay, leave me alone. And then this one is more of a classic Halloween-esque pattern. It's a white background, and then it's got really nice bright orange and black. So could go a lot of ways with this one. So, but my favorite is the other one. The other ones are just afterthoughts because the Halloween release was on such a good sale. But if those don't come back, there's no way I'm doing the border of 3 damn blankets now. Fuck that. So if you want the ghost one, just let me know and just pay shipping and I'll send it to you. Because that's I can't do 3 blankets. Plus, there's gonna be fleece this year that I want. I don't need that many damn blankets. I didn't need that many blankets last year before I bought all that fleece. So, hey China, how you doing? We were just talking about Halloween and fun things to do decor-wise for Halloween. Uh, Lots of good ideas circulating here. I'm still not quite sure what I'll do, but I have plenty of time. But maybe you all can help me figure out what I want to do around that time. So the past 2 years, I've tried 2 or 3 years. I don't know. Actually, I probably didn't do it last year. Actually, no, I didn't because I was in treatment in September and the beginning of October. So, one year I tried to do the 100 Days of Halloween. And I think I did like I did something where I had like a pumpkin that had like I put like Halloweeny words in it, and so I did that, and every couple days I would pull one and try to do a craft. And while there are some of my favorite crafts that I probably have ever done, or from that series, I didn't finish. I got burnout, and I just couldn't do it because I was having to turn around like every 2 or 3 days to make something. And if it was going to be all crochet, then that was going to take a while. Sometimes I couldn't think of anything. Sometimes I'd be busy. All of those things kind of just got in the way. So So that was 1 year. And then another year, I think I just did something for like the 30 days. Or maybe where I was going to try to watch scary movies. I don't really remember what I was trying to do. But I like the idea of trying to do something low commitment, but like really fun for all of us to do, um, to get ready around that time for Halloween. Um, so, is there anything that you all think would be fun to do that would be low commitment for make you all do all the work for me to get ready for Halloween? I hate starting things and not finishing them, but it's pretty much all I do with my life. Um, I mean, every day in May, I just got sick and then my brain stopped working and I just kind of couldn't get back on track. So that sucked. I'm just bad at keeping like a really routine schedule. I just don't do well with schedules. So um, just kind of keeping something like light and fun and maybe like a cow. Oh wait, did we try to do a cow last year? We might have. I don't think anybody else did it. Hmm. If we did a crochet along this year, would would anybody be willing to do that? Or would it depend on what kind of crochet along or, you know, just for like some feedback? Just because like that, we can all do on our own time. I can work on it online. And if you have any questions, maybe it's something I've already done, so I can answer. Rochester. Crystal, I love you. Rochester is 21 to 23 days, maybe a rat a month goal. Oh my gosh. I want a rat named Petunia, and I want to dress her in garments that I make for every holiday of the year. And I just want her to be my new co-host. I just want to have Petunia here. I don't know. I think we're cooler names than Petunia, but like Petunia is just like so cute. It's dumb. So dumb it's cute. I don't know. One of the. I do like the rat a month. The rat a month club. Do I want that many rats? I don't know. Oh, you know how? So this is what we did at my make her a matching parasol. Oh my gosh, what if we made her like a Southern Belle, where she like, well, like also for like Pride, I could definitely do that. But like, if she was like a Southern Belle and she had her like little lace parasol and like her like fucking bloomers or whatever, and the big old dresses and stuff. Oh my gosh, that would be cute. Um, but so at my work, one thing that they did, um, it was like the building management that owned the building that we rented our the office out of. Um, they every year would do a competition, and they would give someone from each company a like one of those plastic or like foam pumpkins, and you could decorate it however you wanted to, and then it would you would enter it, and the winner would get like $100 or something cool. Um, and uh, so, what if we did? What if we? Because pumpkins are pretty easy to make, right? Like you can knit, you can crochet, you can probably make a pumpkin. If you can do any stitch, you can probably make a pumpkin. So, what if we did pumpkins, but you all had to decorate them however you wanted, and I would blindly, I don't know how that would work, choose the winner, and then that person could win a giveaway of some kind. So we could do a giveaway, and then I could work on my own pumpkin. We could talk about ideas if you wanted to, or if you wanted to kind of keep them a secret. You could also, well, I guess we couldn't really talk about ideas that would give away what your pumpkin was, because if I saw it and I knew it was you, then that wouldn't be fair. But that might be fun. Or I might just be like, make a Halloween amigurumi. Now, see, that's a little challenging because not everyone likes to write patterns or freehand things. So if you're not used to that, I feel like you would have a disadvantage, or it wouldn't be fair when you are going up against people who might write patterns frequently. So basically, the cow. I don't know if anyone ever answered that. Would anyone do a crochet along with me? Because we can find some patterns out there that I think everyone would like. Or I could get like 3 or 4 free patterns, and then we could vote on Army of Weirdos. Halloween time. Yeah. See, pumpkins, they're so fun. But I mean, I feel like, because like the crochet pumpkins, they literally last forever if you store them. Unlike how I stored them, which is, where are my pumpkins? um, then they should in theory last forever. So I wouldn't want to make like multiple pumpkins, but more whips, not less. Yeah, we don't we don't really do that whole reducing our whips, reducing our yarn supply thing. You got the right idea, Crystal. So cow, okay, and then we could do amigurumi, which I know a lot of us are more inclined to do. I know that a lot more people that watch me tend to do amigurumi because my ass is not doing a fucking blanket. If I started a blanket, I would never finish it. I've never finished a blanket that I've done that's not a baby blanket. So no, Halloween cow. Yeah. And depending on the time that I think it will take, we could either start beginning of October or beginning of September. I don't know. Probably October just seems to make more sense, but I wouldn't want to do something too complicated just so people of all skill levels could do it. But I would want something interesting enough that it would keep the vets in it, to have fun. Supposed to be shop in your yarn room. Well, I would love to shop in your yarn room. I'm selling some stuff right now from my yarn room, but not that much. So there's also or what if we did, okay, so I'm gonna do Cal right here. I have like a vague idea, but I don't know how to make it work. So maybe I can bounce it off of you all. So what if like we all were inspired by our favorite Halloween or scary movie, whatever you want to do. So like let's say I picked like Halloween Town. Halloween Town. This limp wrist. It's not good for a whole lot. Um, so if I did something inspired by Halloween Town, and then like we could talk about different ideas that I had to make it work. I could design it. If other people who maybe don't design as much, we could find patterns for them to use. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit more complicated. And again, we kind of run into the if you don't design it, it's going to be, if you don't design often, it might be really difficult for you problem. And I don't want to make someone feel like they can't do that, you know. Okay, we could do a cow and the pumpkin design contest. So I could have a contest in October, and then I could do a cow. That would be easy for me, less easy for all of you, but could still be fun. If you're really fast, getting both of those done would be no problem. And if you're not really fast, then you could just pick the one that you're most excited about, you know? Because designing the pumpkin, for a lot of people, that's going to be a super easy, attainable, like less than a day long thing. But if you're a slower crocheter like I am, or you're really, want to put a lot of detail into it, all of those things, I think, you could really have fun with. And then I could do a giveaway, and I would give away maybe like $3. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I'm not sure. Depends on. I was thinking some of the Halloween yarn from Hirschner's would probably be out of stock by the time Halloween passes. Actually, it definitely will be, unless they just decide to keep it stocked all year round and don't run out of it at all, which doesn't seem like them. Um, then we have the whole deal of like next big holidays coming up, how we're gonna do that. I did try to do. Was it last year that I tried to do like a spooky Christmas thing, and I like mixed up. You know what you want to make? Ooh, cool. I was gonna be like, tell me, but then I'm like, don't tell me because that'll spoil the surprise. Although who knows? I probably will forget it. Um, yeah, I'll look. I mean, I got time to look for patterns, so I'm not gonna look. But yeah, I'll think of what would be a good gift to get post Halloween. I think I know what I would do to my pumpkin. Yeah, I think I know. Yeah, but we're reaching the 2 hour mark. I'm getting very, very sleepy. Um, Also, if you want to pay shipping, like I said, for 2 yards of that pink ghost pattern, ghost fabric, let me know. I will send it to you because I don't need 2 pink blankets. But I was so obsessed last year. And now I'm like, I don't need 3 blankets. What was I thinking? What am I doing with my life? I'm just trying to downsize. And so it's kind of like, how do I do that with keeping enough that I don't immediately go back out and buy yarn? It's really difficult. It's really hard. Mm. You know what I hope this year? I hope Joanne restocks that Halloween big twist yarn. Does anyone remember that? I only remember that because I looked at it. Um, but I hope they bring that back because that would be really cool, and I would love to get some more of that. because they were all real pretty. Yeah. Okay, well, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining, and I will talk to you later. Bye. And heterosexuality. Sorry, I didn't know that. That was stupid. My new outro. No more yarn for you. I'll take yours. Share. Come on. Have